Thank you very much, Darryl. Good evening, everyone. In just a couple of months, they'll celebrate the 25-year anniversary of perhaps the greatest Scottish Cup final ever played. Motherwell and Dundee United, the participants in that 1991 classic. But in 2016, the main priority, make no mistake about it, is Premiership survival. Motherwell have breathing space, granted, whereas United are constantly playing catch-up, yet undeniably imbued with the spirit of betterment. A crucial night ahead with the league split now less than a month away. I think we're in just about the only wet corner of these islands tonight. Not much let up in the forecast either. Motherwell make one change from last week's Lanarkshire derby win across the Clyde at New Douglas Park. They switch it at right back, where Josh Law replaces the injured Louis Lang. He scored the winner at Hamilton. It's Law's first start for almost a month. The promising Chris Cannon has extended his contract with the Steelmen until 2018. Louis Moult is top scorer with 16 goals in all competitions. He set himself a target of 20 in the start of the campaign. Scott McDonald's next league strike will be his 150th in British club football. Dundee United are minus not one but two goalkeepers. Both Eiji Kawashima and Luis Cvik are on the casualty list, so Michael Schromnik gets the call for the first time since the 30th of December against Hearts. Callum Morris was stretchered off in that game. He makes his comeback too, while former Motherwell player Gavin Gunning returns from a groin injury. Henry Annier, likewise with Motherwell in his past, netted twice in the cup win over Ross County. Sean Dillon and Mark Durnan dropped to the bench. Chris, let's talk tactics.
I think Motherwell, they'll be a 4-3-3. Keith Lasley is still a massive influence in the team for me and will try and dictate that midfield area. The front three will rotate, but McDonald will be the link man and try and feed the likes of Johnson and Moulton. Dundee United, there'll be a back three. The key men for them today will be Payton, who's come back in and been in sensational form, winning player of the month, and Rankin. They're the experience in there. They will anchor that midfield.
Dundee United have won 6 of the last 7 games at Fir Park. Next to Patalainen, the man in charge of United, and the referee is Crawford Allen. They're determined to look up, not down. United with designs on dragging Kilmarnock and Hamilton Academical into a late season scrap for survival. Keith Lasley, as always, wearing the captain's armband, sitting in front of the Motherwell defence. The first free kick of the game goes to Dundee United. There's the back three as usual. Gavin Gunning trying to steer it forward. And John Rankin with that speculative shot. It's Dixon trying to get forward from that left wing-back position. Third choice keeper for Dundee United. No Eiji Kawashima, no Luis Cvik either. Both out injured. Came off the head of the very promising Ben Hall, 19-year-old defender from Enniskillen in Northern Ireland. Motherwell look to flow. Chris Cannon gets a second bite at it here. Cannon, and is it over the line? Scott McDonald was trying to force it over. Schromnik prevents the goal.
It's a poor clearance, isn't it, from Gunning, and it just pops out to Cannon. Ball goes all the way across. And McDonald's got to score, hasn't he? That's a gilt-edged shot. Just can't sort his feet out. I've got to say, Schromnik had a really poor...
Mackay certainly has the know-how in front of goal. And he providing support. Here is Dixon. Skewered completely.
Yeah, the old right foot onto left foot. That actually worked it well. Decent link up. Again from the front, who goes out wide. Ah, we've all done it. Even Gary McAllister's done that, Derek, I believe.
Wouldn't be too sure about that, Chris.
No, I wouldn't be.
To Conor Ripley. Just an it slapped by Cole Donaldson. Here's Marvin Johnson. Can't do damage from this sort of position. Johnson! And McDonald trying to follow up. Well, the offside flag was up. Shromnik faced by McDonald. Offside.
Mark McGee talked about that rotation, that threat of the front three. Johnson driving in on his favoured left foot, too easy to get the shot off. Payton's trying to shut him down. Credit to the linesman. McDonald's offside. I think he'd be disappointed he missed that in the first place. What's he saying there? A couple of inches.
Blair Spittle. Second season with United, and space opening up for John Rankin. Disguised the pass beautifully. It's Paul Dixon. Lovely little chip, and Anier. And somehow it stays out. Well, the flag's up. Flag is up. Hibernian in only 3 appearances off the bench with Hibs. Now it's opening up for Marvin Johnson. Trying to test Shromnik. Slippery ball tonight, could be problematic for keepers.
This isn't going to end 0-0. That's just not tonight, Derek. I mean, it's an open game, isn't it? The decent.
And Stephen Hamill will be responsible for it. Towering Ben Hall. It's been watched by Paul Dixon. Well, can they finish it off here, Motherwell? The shooting chance was on. It fell back for Marvin Johnson.
That's another chance. You see Motherwell loading and on top of the goalkeeper. Just doesn't get it.
Taken by Josh Law for Motherwell. All the way up towards Billy Mackay. Now John Rankin. Henry Anier! Oh, it's a corker! What a goal by Anier! He's done it against one of his former clubs. The man in form, no 2 ways about that. And joy for Dundee United.
Well, it's all about the strike, and what a strike from Anier. Hamill trying to play offside. I think he's level for me. That's a good first touch. I don't know why Hamill is remonstrating there. He should be shutting the ball down, whether he would have got there or not. I think maybe he could have got a block on it, but what a strike. Left foot, and that is emphatic.
Drilled home with aplomb, and Henry Jackson and Gary McAllister get their first half reflections. So far so good for United. It's Gomes. The raking pass. Now Johnson. Oh, that's lovely skill from Marvin Johnson. Manoeuvring his way into position. Wrong side of the post from Johnson.
Oh, he's unlucky, isn't he? Brilliant run in the first place, just peeling away. And then terrific feet, wasn't it? Drives inside. He's trying to whip it on Shromnik's near post into.
Off the head of Dixon. Canton just got on the way. Now can they add another one? Billy Mackay testing Connor Ripley. Slithers out of play behind for the corner.
Well, Mackay's not renowned for his pace. He just gambles in off the back of McManus. And Ripley, it's good.
It's been back and forth this first half. Good tempo. Marvin Johnson. Tipping ball. Scott McDonald was waiting inside the box. Here's Cannon. Now Gomes. Now, that was never likely to be deemed fair. Ryan Dow with the challenge. He's been one of the quieter ones for United in this half.
Yeah, he has. You know what? I don't think it's that bad, Derek. You know, I think he's gone for the ball, and you can tell from the reaction, and credit Magaro Gomes with his reaction. Thought he won the ball, but in fairness, he goes to ground, gives Crawford Allen a decision to make.
It's almost as though in the modern game you simply cannot tackle like that.
No, I think that's absolutely right. It just gives the referee a decision to make.
Passing off the yardage. Crawford Allen.
Yeah, it was 8, wasn't it, Derek?
Here's Josh Law. Tasked with taking the free kick. Bit of hesitancy by Shromnik, and it's gone in. Well, Marvin Johnson wheels away. Motherwell on level terms, and United will be very disappointed with that concession.
I'm not sure it was a really clean header from Johnson. Does it take a little deflection? Not great pace on the ball. Dundee United are deep. I don't know whether that comes off Donaldson. A little bit maybe. See, Romnick just can't get there. Maybe just takes a touch off Donaldson.
Marvin Johnson. Crawford Allen sounds the second half into action. Back it goes to Connor Ripley, the Motherwell goalkeeper, favouring the direct approach. Let's see how United deal with it here. Morris was in trouble. The offside flag has gone up. Marvin Johnson moving into position there.
Well, initially there are 2 Motherwell players offside. Clearance, and then as that's headed, that is marginal. Really marginal. I think it's a fraction.
Hamill to deliver. The left foot of Stephen Hamill, and nearly squirmed all the way in. Scott McDonald was watching it.
Got a little bit lucky there. Dundee United, I think Paul Dixon. It's under the ball, then he goes through. You can get competitive in there.
Down, just trying to cushion the ball. Here's Keith Lasley for Motherwell. Louis Moult. And Donald just trying to pose problems for the United defenders. Cadden, and just overdone. Overcooked.
Yeah, just some good link up again. Front 2 of Motherwell. On that occasion, McDonald trying to get across that near post. Poor cross.
Slack by Ripley. Dundee was trying to make hay, but it's Hamill forward. And it's Marvin Johnson with those quick steps. Gunning trying to get back. Excellent ball it was. Gunning, and he's given the ball away, and a simple pass by Lasley to Moult. Charging forward here, Motherwell. Marvin Johnson. And a deflection there, off the woodwork. Marvin Johnson.
Just causing all sorts of problems. Trying to use Dixon to block off the line of the goalkeeper and bend it into that far corner. Takes a slight deflection.
Over it comes from Law. A bad corner, I must say. Paul Dixon carrying out his defensive chores.
It's a tough one for the goalkeeper. The ball loaded in on top of him. They get lucky, Dundee.
95. McDonald in that deeper position now for Motherwell. Gomes, he did well. Hamill. Thomas looks to operate on the flank. To spin around, gunning. Great play by Thomas. Looking to tee it up for Johnson. Gomes. There's McDonald. Trying to get Thomas. Trying to get Donaldson this time. Hamill was available to his outside. McDonald. Intricate play. Johnson across the face of goal. Had to be. Louis Moult. 17 for the season as far as Louis Moult is concerned, and this game has been turned on its head. Motherwell in front.
Well, Mark McGee talked about the transformation, this front 3 this season, and there you are. All 3 have a hand in the goal. McDonald into Johnson. Dundee United just haven't been able to control at all. That's a wonderful ball, isn't it? And there's Molt, and he can't miss from that range.
Well, a goal possibly to take Motherwell into the top 6 tonight. We shall see. Louis Molt, so reliable. Johnson was up there trying to cause a bit of havoc. Away goes Molt. And United possibly overcommitting. We'll find out about that. Cadden, that timed pass to him. Fielded by Shromnik.
He's got good legs, Cadden has, hasn't he, in that midfield area. Made a lot of forward runs. There he goes again. I just think he takes the wrong option. Difficult one to beat the keeper.
Ryan Dow in support. Cadden dips him with a challenge. Advantage with Motherwell. Johnson was cut through opposing defences. Now then, it's Thomas. Offside flag was up anyway.
Thomas should be looking across the line. Once again, well, he's onside there, and he's unlucky. It's a decent position.
Slashes running style. Long loping strides. Taken away by Josh Law.
Yeah, one of the centre forwards has to show to feet. Give him an option in that situation.
Cadden chiseling away at Morris. What to like about Chris Cadden's football now? That was a spectacular tumble, and Morris out of control after the fact. Now, what is Crawford Allen going to do? There's the answer. Yellow card for Callum Morris.
I think the referee's got that right. Crawford Allen's got that bang on. I think it's no more than a yellow. Just holding. More suited to a different sport, I think, Derek.
So it's not the same drummer every week. They take turns. Gomes, it's worked its way to McDonald. Thomas. Now Molt. Defenders frantically trying to get back. An angled ball by Molt. Difference between those two. At 11th, that's the playoff position. Gomes, and a hack down there. Paul Payton, and Crawford Allen produces the card. It's yellow.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a lucky, lucky boy, Paul Payton. I think that could well be a red. I really do. I mean, what is he thinking?
Tried to contort his body. Launched forward by Dixon towards O'Ferre. Gomes. Excellent pass. As it turned out, now Molt for Johnson. Approaching the 4-minute mark at added time as he skips away. Marvin Johnson, deflection, but wide, corner.
Just drives once again. Inside on his left foot. They'll just run the clock down now, won't they? Motherwell. See Scott McDonald taking his time, wandering.
Swords forged of Motherwell steel, piercing when it mattered tonight. Motherwell into the top 6. But for Dundee United, it's a devastating defeat. They led thanks to Henry Annier. Well, we've told that story before. United unable to keep the lead, and they have gone down here at Fir Park. The expressions on the faces of the United players tell you the story. The final score reads Motherwell 2, Dundee United 1.
Thank you very much to Derek and to Chris. That is a hammer blow for Dundee United tonight, but Motherwell, it's a very important 3 points for them. So this is the table. One big alteration. It is Motherwell into that top 6, but for Dundee United, not looking good at all now. That was their game in hand, and they're still 8 points adrift of Kilmarnock. 10 behind Hamilton.